Hi Aries, welcome to your reading. This is going to be for January 2022. It is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs. If this one doesn't resonate for you guys, definitely check out those other placements. It is a general reading, so it may not resonate for everyone who watches. So we are going to get into your current energy, the near future, what you don't see coming, and then what Spirit wants you to focus on for this month. And then we'll take a peek at your person's energy and your energy, see what's going on there as well. So if you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. I hope you'll stay. I am available for personal readings. That information's in the description box below or in my About section of my channel. All right, so let's get into it and see what's going on for you. So in the current energy, we have the Four of Cups with the Page of Cups and the Two of Wands. So somebody seriously sees a future with you. Now, you could be dating this person. I'm not sure you see it for what it is. We'll get into it in just a sec. It's actually kind of cute energy. So in the near future, we have the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Five of Pentacles in reverse and then the King of Pentacles. Okay, what you don't see coming, the Tower, which is great. That is not always a catastrophic event. It just means something big is going to be shifting, and this is what you don't see happening. So we've got the Tower with the King of Swords and then the Ten of Swords in reverse. Now, what Spirit wants you to focus on is the Hierophant in reverse with the Strength card and then the Two of Pentacles in reverse. The overall energy is Temperance. Great. So you see how she's tossing the water between the two cups? I feel like that's where you are with what I see in the current energy. It seems as though there's a lot going on around you, and at times you really don't see it. The Four of Cups is kind of the same thing. It's like he's looking down. He's not seeing what's being handed to him or offered to him. And I think there's somebody in your energy that really has a desire to tell you how they're feeling about you. But I'll tell you what, you have become so strong in knowing who you are. At times you can come across as being a little shut down emotionally. I think it's because you've been so focused on balancing your emotions. Water is emotion energy, even though this is represented by Sagittarius, which is very fiery like you are. The Empress says that you're very comfortable in your own skin. So you know who you are. You're in control of things in your life, but you may come across at times as being a little shut down. And at times maybe you need to focus more on loving you, but I think this is just how you come across to other people. So it may seem that way. That's not who you are. You've just balanced your energy out. So your emotions are not getting the better of you at times. You've managed to get control of that in your life. And now I think you come into situations from a very different, you see how I got that mixed up, perspective. You're just like, no, I'm not going to pour myself out here. I'd like to maintain this position that I have created for myself. So yeah, I will balance my own emotions. I'm not going to let other people affect the way that I feel, especially about myself. I love that. Okay. So the current energy, the Four of Cups, the Page of Cups, and then we have the Two of Wands. Somebody sees a future with you. So if you're currently dating someone, I have a feeling that they're going to tell you that they have a tremendous amount of feelings for you. I'm not sure you see this as being what it is. You may be so focused on what you're planning to do in the future, now that you've gotten and taken back control of your life or your emotions, that you may not even be open to the idea of this. Now, this could also be an apology. I think in this case, it's not necessarily apologetic energy. It's more a confession of feelings and love, and maybe apologizing for not having brought forward or spoken up about how they feel and how do I describe this? It's such cute energy. I don't know what else to say about it. And it doesn't matter how old you are. It can still be very cute when somebody's a little bit shy and doesn't know how to really approach you. I think they're afraid that you're not going to accept the offer if you're not with them and they have the interest. They're concerned that you may not. Maybe they're a little bit younger and they're afraid to approach you thinking that you won't have an interest in them because you are so focused and in control of what's going on in your life. It's really cute. I'll clarify that in just a moment. All right, so in the near future, the Nine of Cups in reverse with the Five of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. This is spectacular energy because it tells me that you've walked away from things that were not fulfilling anymore. Now you're in this position of, this is a very boss-like energy. So you're getting and or taking back control of your financial situation. If you had had a situation in the past that was really unfulfilling to you emotionally and you felt abandoned by people, you could have been abandoned financially. Like somebody left you in a really bad place financially. Doesn't matter which gender you are, both are capable of being very successful. So I feel like you have taken back control of that and you're back in this position of being really grounded and focused. This isn't somebody who's just starting out. Like, this is someone who's got it together. So if you aren't where you want to be financially, you're getting there. And this is saying that you're going to be stable. Everybody has a different idea of what that means. So what it means for you is all that matters. This is just having true control over that area of your life and keeping it grounded and stable. It's not all over the place type of energy. So whatever you left behind or whatever might have disappointed you in the past, I don't think that's there anymore. You've released that energy and come into this place of having a much better outlook. You're coming from a much better place and it just feels great. So what's you don't see coming, the Tower. Now you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Leo, Sag, Aries. I mean, they're all pretty much here. The only thing I don't have right now is air. There's a little bit here with the King of Swords in reverse and the Ten of Swords. Something is about to shift and change. So the King of Swords in reverse. Now, if somebody was not truthful with you, I can feel like this is somebody who doesn't have a lot of integrity. You may actually be witness to somebody else's, and I hate to say this because I don't wish this on anyone, but it's like you witness someone having their karma. And at times, yes, as spiritual as we can be, and we don't want to necessarily wish bad on people, but when people have hurt us, and this seems to be a lot of betrayal and pain, yeah, I mean, at times we kind of want to say, karma's a bitch, right? You hurt me. I may understand why you had to be a part of my life and the lessons that I had to learn from it, but it doesn't mean that I am not still human and sometimes don't like the fact that I've been hurt and wouldn't mind seeing someone get their karma, especially if they turned out to be a shit human being. So you could have dealt with somebody who is really not pleasant and you're about to see things kind of fall apart for them. You just don't see it yet. Now, this could also be about things falling away where maybe you didn't feel like you could speak up or be very clear about stuff. That's changing. You'll be very clear about the people in your life that have done you wrong. Now, you may not be done with some of these people just yet, so they may be showing up for you coming up, and you're like, oh, I see it for what it is now. I can see clearly now. The Cheech and Chong version of the song, I can see clearly now. I don't sing, so you can laugh at me if you want, but that's what I keep hearing that. Like, I see things very clearly now, so thanks for that. All right, what Spirit wants you to focus on is areas of your life that you have either lost faith or feel like something has left you in the lurk. The Hierophant in reverse right now is just speaking to me about that. I don't feel like it's anything different than that. But there's been times where you were back and forth about how you could get beyond any kind of disappointments or difficult things or even being abandoned by people in your life. And that's just not the case. Spirit's like, focus on your strength. Don't focus on the things that didn't go right or where you may have gone back and forth about stuff. Don't beat yourself up about things that have already happened. Have faith. You're shifting. You know that you can make the proper decisions now from the things that you've learned. You don't have to repeat the same painful cycles again. I feel like whatever you've closed out for you specifically is not going to happen again. So you're beyond that particular lesson. Big changes around that. All right. Let's go ahead and clarify with the Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. Who is this person? Why do they think that you don't see what they have to offer? Maybe there's just not a big connection for you there. I want to say yet. Then we have the Page of Wands. Maybe you feel like this person doesn't know what they really want. You get a sense that maybe they're not as fiery or as passionate as you are. And at times they may come across as like, even an adult male in their 50s can come across as immature at times, emotionally or on the level of like deep connection, they may not be able to, or you maybe never experienced that from them. I'm going to say give them an opportunity because I think they really do have that ability. I think they just need to get to know somebody a little bit better first. Even if you've been dating this person for a while or been with them for a while, you can start to see a shift in what's going on with them. The 10 of Wands. Okay, so you don't want to carry the burden of a relationship again. And maybe this seems like it would be a little too stressful for you. I keep wanting to giggle. I'm sorry. I think it's a great energy. But for you, you've had so much that you've had to carry for such a long period of time. I think your primary focus is on like what you're going to achieve, your next goals in your life. And maybe this feels like it would be too much of a burden to carry. And you don't want to carry the weight of another person again, especially if you don't sense that they're emotionally mature. All right, so let's look at the 9 of Cups with the 5 of Pentacles. And there's that 4 of Cups again. But see, this time he's looking at the cup. So what you don't see, this isn't the what you don't see coming, it's the near future. But the 4 of Cups, he's looking right at it. Like he's got 3 stashed over here. Like I'm good. I'm great. I've got this much to be fulfilled by. So if somebody brings me a cup, I'm willing to look at it. I'm not going to turn my eyes away from it. But in this deck, he's actually not looking at it. So you may give it an opportunity once you've gotten past this particular situation that had disappointed you or made you feel like you couldn't trust. And then we have the Empress. Yeah, this person definitely sees you as someone who has their life together. I mean, Empress energy is everything. So you've got both masculine and feminine energies very balanced. It doesn't matter what gender you are. So she's spiritual, uplifted, powerful. She knows who she is. She's confident. Same with King of Pentacles, very grounded energy. So it's like a mix to me of fire and earth energy that you seem to be portraying, or at least that's what you're expressing to the outside world. And that may be a big shift for you in this year, in the beginning of January. All right, so what you don't see coming with the Tower, I keep wanting to say somebody else's demise, Justice. Somebody screwed you over good. And trust me when I tell you, you are going to get justice in this situation. It doesn't matter what they did, what the circumstances, what the relationship. Balance is coming to you and you're going to see it. See how much fire is around there? I feel like that's just representing you and your fiery energy. And it's like, it's almost like the woman that goes and gets the revenge body, right? The guy that cheated on her and it just pushes her to go and fight for herself. It could be a man too. It could have happened to you as well. And it really isn't about the person cheating because that's never about you. But in this case, it's like you're coming back looking and feeling and being better than you possibly could have been with the Empress energy. And then that's the major justice. Happiness and success are the greatest revenge. Not that we all want to get revenge, but like I said, we're all human. So at moments we do kind of want people to see, if we feel screwed over by them, that we have actually come out the other end a better person. This must be somebody who had either disappointed you, left you for, I don't want to say left you for dead because that's an awful thing to say, but you know what I'm saying. It's like abandoned and really disappointed you. All right, so let's look at the King of Swords with the 10 of Swords in reverse. And then the 5 of Wands. So there could have been a lot of competition that you felt. That these are training. So it's almost like you were training to get to this place. But this also feels like a lot of competition. And this person could have created things like that for you in your life. It could be somebody, let's say, that you work with that was really obnoxious and was a liar, maybe made things up about you. And now through your being working hard and training and doing what you can, you come out the other side the one who does better. And I think that's a big change. That's going to be for some of you in a work situation. Others of you, if this is a person that did you wrong in a love situation, you've been figuring yourself out. The 5 of Wands can represent so many different things. And in this case, you've learned. That's a lot of valuable training, right? So you just come out the other side looking amazing. All right. So that person's going to be, I don't know how else to explain it. The whole reading just makes me want to kind of giggle. It's like, that's where you're at. You're at an energy of I just kind of want to giggle these things off now that I'm on the other side of them. Because if somebody gets theirs, great. Not that you're sitting in that, you're just kind of like, cool. Like, all I did is focus on me. I put the effort into myself and I've gotten beyond this. And now this is the outcome because of it. All right, so the Hierophant in reverse with the Strength card. Then we have the Knight of Cups. So what you don't see coming is the effort that you're going to make even more towards the things that you love. And I think you're going to be doing it with veracity. It's like, I have an emotional draw to this particular thing. Like, I want to go after this goal in my life, or I want to go after this particular relationship. And you're going to do it with a lot of love and passion. I feel that more from this card than the typical Knight of Cups, because that horse is rearing up and it's like, this is what I want and I'm going to find it. And you'll have the strength to do so now. Where you may have lost faith in the past, Spirit's like, don't. Keep going forward. Push with all that love and desire that you have. Stay strong, because you're going to eventually get to the place that you're hoping to get, which is finding someone that you really love or creating that project. Don't give up. Keep that love going. All right, so the Strength and the Two of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Let me see. I'm going to hold these up together. So they're saying where you've been strong and made decisions about things and stopped going back and forth, where there were possibly things that you felt like weren't opportunities, or there were missed opportunities, things like that. I don't think you're going to be worried or concerned about that. I think you stayed in your head about it for some time. Like, oh my God, did I not get what I was supposed to get because I didn't do something? Or no, that's not the case. I think you're realizing now that that was just part of you deciding what it was that you really truly wanted. Because when he's like that, it can be a lot of back and forth energy. It can be playing around too and just saying, I don't want to make a serious decision yet. But I don't think there's opportunities that aren't going to be available to you. I just think at times you can't see them. So Spirit wants you to keep your eyes open for the things that may not seem like true opportunities. They may actually appear to you as something that couldn't possibly be true, but I think they are. So keep your eyes open for that as well. Okay, I'm going to clear this and we will get into your person's energy. So think about them for just a moment. And we'll clear the cards. Let's see what comes out on top. Yep. This is going to be your energy for January. It's going to be represented by more masculine, grounded, stable, practical energy. Just period. I feel like that's what you're going to be most focused on in the month of January. Okay. Let's get into your person and your energy. This is for Aries. Okay, so your person's energy is the Eight of Cups. They may have been the one that walked away. Look at that. And then the Tower. Something's happening to somebody that big changes in their life. And I'm going to say this person may have walked away from you at some point, and then their life really, big changes. And I don't want to say that this was for the better. So that's going to be for some of you. Then the Seven of Cups, complete confusion, and the Hierophant. It's like, this person's trying really hard to keep the faith that something's going to continue in this. You are in the Ten of Swords in reverse. Maybe not quite done with it. The Four of Pentacles. You might be open. But the Knight of Wands, you lost a little bit of that passion, that drive for it. And the Capricorn Devil energy is saying a part of you doesn't want to be chained to something, especially if you feel like this person is destructive or things have fallen apart for them. Queen of Cups is the overall energy. I'm not going to lie, guys. There's a lot of mixed energies in here. I'm going to do my best to decipher what they are. Right now, your person, two things. They could have walked away from you and things fell apart in their life. They could have walked away from another situation and that created chaos in their life. And they're very confused about what they want. But the Hierophant is saying that they're trying to have faith because they have an interest in you and they're trying to leave behind their own dramas, their own emotional disappointments, difficulties, confusion about where things lie. They could be confused about where you are energetically. Do you want the same things that they want? Now, your energy is the Ten of Swords in reverse with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, Knight of Wands, and then the devil. You could just be focused on not wanting to be linked or chained to anything. Or you may really want to push away anybody who has codependent energy, or somebody that tends to want to, I want to say, maybe blame another person. If this person's had some tough times, they may be someone who tries to project their energy onto others, and you may recognize that. And I think that's the part of you that's like, nah, I'm good. I don't want to get too deeply connected if that's where this person stands. So they need to get through their own stuff before you're going to love on yourself, really, before they come towards you. And then we've got the Seven of Swords. So you may be really cautious and have your guard up about whether this person's, fully telling the truth or if they're going to stick around. If there was somebody who walked away, you may question whether they ever told you the truth. All right, so I'm going to get the Romance Angels, and then we'll get a little advice for you. This is for Aries. So we have, you deserve love. You are lovable. Of course you are. Make the effort. Great love is worth taking the steps you are guided to take. If you're feeling guided towards waiting to see if this is going to work itself out, then I'd say it's worth making the effort. But you definitely want to stand strong about not wanting to be constricted or tied down. And then let go of control issues. Let this situation unfold naturally. For some of you, you may want to. For others of you, you're like, no, I'm pretty done with it. Separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Yeah. So if there's something really major shifting in this person's life and you're like, I don't know if I can stand by you through this, it might be a little bit too toxic for me, then maybe we need to take a break, pause for a moment and see. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. You may feel that way. We have tons of soulmates. So this one may feel like a really, really strong one, and that's part of the reason why you may be willing, but you just don't want the toxicity. I think you recognize it. All right, let's see what advice we have for Aries. We've got the Eight of Cups in reverse. So they're saying if you don't want to walk away, don't. The Three of Cups. Just because there's some difficult times and things don't seem to be great now, not saying that this person is a horrible person. They just either went through a lot of stuff or they couldn't get over something from the past and they're trying to get through those changes. It's saying that things aren't that great. The Star card in reverse is saying some healing needs to be done. And then the Ten of Pentacles. And then you could find real success with this. But I think there are definitely some challenges before you get to the place of feeling like this could be truly successful. And this is a power couple to me, especially because this is in the partner section of the reading. I'd say that the two of you could be very independently successful, and together you could do some great things. But it's getting beyond any of this stuff that's going on. I feel like they carry a lot with them. All right. Let's get the Lover's Oracle. This is for Aries, please. What cards? Okay, that's the one that feels right. It says, let there be closeness between you, but always give each other space. Love never claims, it simply allows and gives. And that may be. You may need to just let them kind of go through whatever they need to go through. Passion and magnetic and seductive quality surround you at present. Enjoy it. Yeah, with that devil energy there, I can see how you could be feeling really spicy. And then we have Secret Admirer. Someone has deeper feelings for you than they are letting on. I said that in the beginning of the reading. That's crazy. So if that's a different person, obviously, if you were in a relationship with this person or are now, the person that I was talking about in the main reading, someone definitely has feelings for you and they're afraid to approach you. All right, let's get a couple of cards from the Wisdom of the Oracle for you and close this out. Let's see. This is for Aries. All right, so we have regeneration. That's beautiful. So this is you. This is like a new start in the beginning of the year. The 10, big change. Love that. We're always going through these stages. And then happy, happy. So there's a significant relationship. This is about a really good, healthy, happy relationship that could be formed. Now the 10, you could be dealing with somebody who's born in the month of October or 8 August, or someone who has an 8 birthday or a 10th birthday, or even the 26th of the month. And then we have fork in the road. So you may have a tough decision to make, right? There's always decisions that come up in our life, and this one could be one. Which way do I go? Do I go with maybe the admirer, or if you're the person that has that person and you're trying to decide whether to stay with this situation here? Now, the fourth, 13, somebody could have a 13 birthday or a fourth. I want to say more a fourth. And then we have 32, which is here and now. You being very present with your energy is what's going to be important. And then we have 48, which is poised. I always say that's a balance between mind, body, and soul. And really the only way to stay balanced is to stay focused on what's going on right here, right in front of you. Yes, we can think about the future and the plans that we want to create, or the things that we want to create, but we don't want to stay there all the time. So present energy is going to be important for you in the month of January so that you can make some decisions, because it seems like a lot of regenerative, like it says here, regeneration, if I can spit it out, is going to be happening for you in the month of January. All right, guys, thank you so much for staying. This is kind of a long one for the monthlies. Thank you again for all of your likes, shares, comments, and subscribes. Again, if you'd like a personal, that info is in my description box below the video or in my about section of the channel. I hope you have an amazing January, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.